And we just got pulled over by the police. We can't explain to you what that was because we have absolutely no idea.
I needed that so much. I don't think it's possible. I think that you just hit like a gravity wall at the border.
I feel like there was a better way in. Up from that road.
Welcome back, guys. We've just spent the last 3 days driving from the UK through France, and we've just arrived in Spain. If you're new to our channel, we're Ben and Emily, and for the last 4 years we've lived on the UK canals and rivers on a narrowboat. We recently sold our home boat but kept our tiny boat Rambler. We've headed to Europe in our converted ambulance camper Ronnie to escape the UK winter. Before we left France and crossed over the border into Spain, we had to make one last important stop. We've been keeping our eye out for somewhere to buy some pastries and bread. So we've seen these ones called Artisan Boulangerie. So we just went in one. I found one on the map that was like literally just off the roundabout from where we were going, and it's very fancy, a lot of very delicately made dessert
patisserie
things. Sort of, they look like they've been made with tiny tools this big. So we've got some bread from there, we've got a chocolate twist, it's not called that in French. We've got a pain au chocolat which has stripes on it, that looks really fancy. We've also got Nutella eclair. Also noticed next door there's like a farm shop. Obviously it's all in French, but from what I can gather it's like more of a direct farmer's shop, so it's stuff that's come from small farms and they're selling it.
So really local produce, which was perfect, wasn't it? Yeah. It was what we were looking for some cheese.
Yeah, we just wanted to get a couple of bits because there are these huge supermarkets here that you can spend 40 minutes getting from one end to the other, and it's quite intimidating. So seeing a little shop like that is like exactly what we needed. So I just grabbed some apple juice and we got some of this cheese.
We don't really know what this cheese is like.
Quart de Tom. So we're hoping for like a brie-ish type thing to go with this baguette.
It was only like €5. It's a pretty big chunk of cheese there.
I might try this apple juice now, you know. Because of course there was no way we were leaving France without getting at least one pastry.
Absolutely
I don't think it's possible. I think that you just hit like a gravity wall at the border and it says, "You have not purchased a pastry. Turn around, turn around." Oh, yeah. Oh, you gotta try that.
It says Alan on the front of it.
There's only $2.95.
Bloomin' heck, that is some good apple juice. I've never had apple juice like that before.
That is absolute pure flavour.
I know this isn't the sort of food you're supposed to eat when you've got a cold, but when in France.
One cold remedy.
Oh, good grief. Oh, it's like cream that's been mixed with Nutella inside it. And it's got bits of honeycomb. Oh, it's really good. Oh my god.
Don't put it all in.
Oh my god.
You're gonna have to let me try some of that.
This is what I've been looking for my whole life. No, just today. That's so good.
Oh yeah, pass it, yeah. Pass it, yeah.
Do you think we should go and buy another 5? Just spend all of our money on that?
Wow, that was wild. I'm gonna go get another apple juice because that is unreal. We had a stop off next to a sports centre and some pine trees for the night. The next morning we jumped on the toll for the first time, getting us through some of the more mountainous areas and quickly into Spain at last. We were very happy to be here and it was sunny. We're in San Sebastian, which is a city in the Basque region of Spain, in northern Spain. We arrived here yesterday actually, but Emily wasn't feeling too well.
I had a cold. We've both had a cold and it was my turn to have it. And yeah, I had to stay in bed all day.
I was eager to get out and have a look around, so I scouted ahead on our folding bike and had a bit of a look around the city to see maybe where we could go. And I was looking for something else as well.
What was that?
An onion.
But it is sunny. Look at the sun, look at the blue sky. Isn't this incredible? So it was pretty chilly in France, but this is much better. I think it's going to get up to about 13, 14 degrees today. But the sun feels wonderful, doesn't it, Benny?
It does.
Oh my goodness.
I can't remember the last time I was witnessing a blue sky such as this.
So we are going to head into the city of San Sebastian, see what this place has to offer. Thank you for the recommendations, guys, on our comments and on our Instagram. We've been told that there's good tapas here, so we're going to go find some tapas, I reckon, for lunch. And Basque cheesecake. Apparently there's a very good cheesecake in town, so obviously we've got to go try that out.
I think we're going to head down the beach. We're going to go along this big curve of a cove here, and the old town is over there, where I think the majority of the interesting and unique bars, tapas places, cheesecake places, coffee shops, all of that is. Let's do this. San Sebastian, a picturesque coastal city in Spain's Basque Country, has a rich history that dates back to its founding in the early 12th century. It evolved from a small fishing village into a vibrant cultural hub known for its beautiful beaches, food and festivals. The Basque Country is an autonomous community in northern Spain. It also has its own language that is not related to any other known language, though they do speak standard Spanish here as well. Here we are, we're in the old town, we've found our way here, and I think this is like the main street. We're walking to what I think is like the basilica. We've seen a few tapas, pinchos.
It's like pinchos are like,
yeah.
It's not really tapas, it's just like one little pinch
Yeah.
For you to eat.
It's like, yeah, snack.
I think the tradition is you go from bar to bar and you get like 1 or 2 pinchos, a drink, and then you do like a kind of bar crawl.
Yeah.
But we're on like the poshest street, so...
Yeah. So we're just taking it in, we're just having a peek around, and we're going to go get some in a sec.
So we've come into one of the bars, we're going to get some pinchos. Do you want a sangria? So one of these?
Yeah.
Uno de esto? Did you want to try this one?
Oh yeah.
Queso, un sangria, un agua con gas. Gracias. So we've got goat's cheese with pistachio and sun-dried tomato, some kind of cheese in zucchini, courgette. I don't know what this is on the top, maybe it's like dried onion or something. This is some sort of cream cheese with red peppers and anchovies, and I think this is like a crab sort of mix with smoked salmon and prawn on top. And you get tiny cutlery.
Okay, we have had our first ever pinchos.
That was rich. That was
It
a lot of
was.
cheese. You had a lot of fish, I had a lot of cheese.
Yeah, I think we picked quite a fancy one.
Yeah, that was a bit of more of a posh place, I think.
Yeah.
But
And as we said, the idea is you go and have a few in a few different places, but I'm pretty full.
yeah.
And I'm a little bit tipsy. Haven't been drinking recently, but just had a sangria at lunchtime. You know, it was incredible. It was a really tasty one.
We can't explain to you what that was because we have absolutely no idea.
Some kind of clothing exhibition of fantastical and rather flamboyant options and possibilities.
But I don't think it's like traditional dress.
No, they're quite modern cuts.
But it looks traditional, but then the dates were like really modern.
Yes.
Very confusing. Pretty cool though. I like the woman with the white banana on her head. Okay, we're using Google Translate. Any more ideas?
So it looks like it's like a clothing fashion company that have gone out of their way to recreate traditional Basque outfits, whether it's just for day-to-day use or for more like festivals and that kind of thing. They've like recreated it, you know, they've like remade all these traditional things for now.
I think it's time, Benny.
Yeah, is it cheesecake time?
Yeah. Got my cheesecake.
This machine is, Italian,
Okay.
and then is what do you say in English?
Partnership?
Yeah, partnership with the Mod Bar, and this
Okay.
is the brand from the US.
Yeah, it's more like in a bar, like taps in a bar.
Yeah,
so
it's a
cool.
coffee, not a beer.
Is this your shop?
Yeah, it's with one friend, and we try to make a good coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Best coffee in San Sebastian.
Oh yes, good work, sir. Good work. Oh yeah, that's incredible.
Bye. See you. That's his coffee shop, and he owns it with a guy from America, and he is passionate about coffee. What a nice guy. How was that? That went down fast.
Yeah, needed it.
Okay, so we've walked around the other side of the old town and come out onto another beach, and there's loads of surfers here. I think Benny found this place yesterday. Oh,
Okay, we've got waves.
that was a good wave. So yeah, this is really nice, just sitting in the sun watching them surf. And we're going to eat this cheesecake now, I think, even though I'm quite full. So the guy said that this isn't like, it is traditional cheesecake, traditional Basque cheesecake, but there's like another one. I think what he was saying was that the other one has like maybe like a base to it as well, whereas this is literally just creamy cheesecake stuff. Let's give this a go. Oh my goodness. That is creamy. It's not super sweet. No. No siento. I think he wanted a cigarette. He wanted a cigarette? All I've got is cheesecake. It's very good. It's just very creamy after all that cheese for lunch as well. I'm starting to feel a little bit ill again.
Okay, maybe
from
we
my
need
cold,
to go
so
find the fruit.
I probably shouldn't eat this.
Cheesecake.
Benny, you eat this.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's good. It's just fantastic cheesecake. Except I feel it benefits from the extra height.
Yeah, it's really
in this
thick,
region.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a really tall slice. Whereas in England, ours are quite flat, aren't they? In the UK. Oh yeah, there's a lot of rich food here. In my very short experience, which is great. It's good. But yeah, you want to just take it slow, no rush. You make yourself sick otherwise, which we don't want. We left the beach with bellies full of cheesecake and continued our walk around San Sebastian. On our way back to the van, we passed a bakery that had a huge queue earlier in the day. Expecting there to be no bread left, we were surprised to find it still well stocked with lots of interesting options. We chose a seeded baguette and headed home watching the sunset over the cove on our way. Okay, the heat is on.
That's what that whooshing noise is in the
Feet
background.
are up in the air, feeling achy. We've walked a lot today. It's been wonderful. What a place. It's a beautiful city. Oh my.
Well, we stopped off at a shop on the way back and grabbed some more ginger and some veg for another soup because I don't know about Benny, but I'm not feeling very well again. It's been such a nice day. Loved those pin truss. Really, really nice to try something totally different. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit rubbish again. So gonna have another nice stew and probably just have quite an early night tonight. And then tomorrow we're gonna try and find the laundrette here. I think there's supposed to be one, so we could really do with doing some washing. And then we'll be leaving San Sebastian tomorrow afternoon and on to the next magical place along the coast. Okay, it doesn't look that pretty, but it's healthy. It's what we need.
Oh, thank you. How are you doing today?
Still got a cold, so is Benny. But feeling better, feeling a bit better. Had a pretty good sleep until some very loud drunk Irishmen came back at about 3 o'clock this morning. But yeah, today is laundry day, so I'm gonna get out of bed, and I think there's a laundrette about 10 minutes around the corner, so I'm gonna go find that. We've got a lot of laundry. I didn't realise how much we had.
1, 2, 3 big busting bags full.
So I'm gonna have to go with the flipping trolley. A t-shirt over the top one so no one can see our dirty socks as I'm walking up the city streets.
I think firstly, people will think you're highly practical. And secondly, well, probably this is the first.
Why have you got so much laundry?
Don't care what people think.
Oh, yeah,
that's the
true.
ultimate rule.
That's true, that's true. Alright, I'm going to strap this in like I've never seen before.
It's just seriously like grip it halfway down when you go down the curb, because it's not fun when it's tips everywhere and you're in the middle of the street chasing your knickers that are getting blown away by the wind.
Benny's staying in the van, he's editing a video. Does this look stable?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Right, it's done the wobble test. It's passed the wobble test. See you later.
See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Take it slow.
I will. See you. So we're absolutely jumping at the chance of going to this laundrette. It's really hard to find laundrettes. As you've seen, we've used those Revolut ones before, like the ones that are outside. And they're great when you can find them and they're not full of horrible things. But yeah, if there's one thing that we find hard about van life, it is finding a laundrette, finding places to clean our clothes. And that is why it piles up so much and we have so much at a time. So yeah, very happy that there's one just around the corner. And the sun is shining. I've got my coat on, but it's actually pretty warm. If I'm understanding it right, I think the machine has the detergent and softener in there. So I need to use this. So I know the sign says don't put laundry liquid in because it adds it. Well, my stuff wasn't getting soapy and I've been here for about 5 minutes. So I just put some in and now it looks really soapy. Oh no. I've only got a €50 note and the change machine only takes 5s, 20s or 10s. So I need to go and find somewhere that will change a €50 note for me so I can get more change. But that looks really soapy. Oh well, hopefully it will rinse it really well. Okay, I have notes. I went into a cafe and tried my Spanish and he did understand, but then he was American. So he he carried the conversation on in English. I think I'll go back there and have a coffee in a minute because yeah, it seemed really nice in there. And the wash takes like 35 minutes, so yeah, at least I can do some more in the other machine now. Yeah, there's 12 minutes left on someone else's machine, so I'll wait and I'll do the rest in there. I need a change for the dryer anyway, so. Laundry is done. Just on my way back to the van now. I think I spent about 20 euros, maybe like 21 euros on all that, which I think is pretty good. For that amount, normally I guess we'd probably spend about £30 in the UK, so yeah, very happy. So now back to the van, we'll have some lunch, and then I think we're going to hit the road and head further west along the Basque coast. We've got a couple of amazing places lined up, and I think both of them are actually in a very famous TV programme, so some of you might recognise the places.
Hiya!
Hi! You've got clean pants now.
Finally! I can take off my dirties! And just like that, we have left San Sebastian. San Sebastian, you've been wonderful.
We love you, San Sebastian!
We loved it here. What a charming place, brilliant. And we also managed to fill our water tank. Emily had a look at the tap, and the adapter on it was the small size of the one she got that she thought was wrong. Woohoo! So we've made use of it, we've got a full water tank, and we're absolutely flying high, we're on the move. We were ready to move from that camping spot. It was great, but it was very close quarters and it was actually quite noisy in a way. But it's bound to happen, and for €5 a night, it was fantastic, utterly fantastic. So really excited to be moving on to the next spot for us now, so off we go. We drove a short way along the Basque coast. We were heading to a place called Zumaia to have a look at something very special. En route, we stopped to take in some of the incredible sea views.
So here we are in Zumaia, I think that's how you say it. We've just driven basically half an hour further along the coast. We're in a car park. We cannot figure out how you pay, so we've come to the conclusion that it's free. We had a look on Park for Night, and there used to be a pay machine over there, and it is not there anymore. So we think there's a sign saying something about dates, and we think that it may be that it's free after September. It's like out of season, so it's free. Fingers crossed, guys. Let's hope we don't get a parking fine. So we're actually just going to walk about 1 kilometre that way. We weren't sure what the parking was going to be like at the place we're going, so we thought we'd just stay here and just walk in.
We had to walk through the town to get to the location we were heading for. We loved the beautiful Basque-style buildings. We arrived at what we thought was the right place. Unfortunately, the tide was in, and we soon realised we'd walked to the wrong beach. This one was still very interesting, but the sun was setting fast, so we quickly headed off to the beach we'd meant to go to. Finally, we found the beach, and this stone carving showed us we'd arrived. The unique structure of the rocks on these beaches have made them well known and well worth visiting. The sun had pretty much set, so we headed to a shop for some dinner, got completely lost on our way back, and saw a late night rowing club setting off.
Okay, we're back in the van, gonna make some dinner. Sorry we keep saying this, but we both keep getting this cold. It sort of keeps coming in waves. In the day we feel okay, and then the evening we feel pretty rubbish again. And I think I've got quite a red nose now. But we found some like veggie burger things. I think they're like, were they mushroom flavour?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, they're kind of like tofu. So it's like tofu and mushroom burgers. And then we got some ciabattas to have as buns because they didn't really have any buns. So that's what we're going to have with a nice side salad. And then we need to find somewhere else to stop tonight because this isn't going to be very good for sleeping. We're right next to a massive main road and it's really, really loud. So once we've eaten, we'll hit the road again and find somewhere to stop. Our next stop is near Bilbao. Well, it's north of Bilbao on the coast again. Another very special location, so I guess we'll start heading towards there tonight. They look and smell pretty good. Got some fried onions as well.
Yay!
It smells good.
Yay!
I'm very hungry, oh my goodness. We're going to eat on the bed with all of our laundry to join us. God.
I felt inspired to have a burger because I've just been editing the video where we went to that bar in Hebden Bridge and got those Christmas burgers.
But they're not Christmas burgers, although...
It's sort of Christmassy because I've got blue cheese in mine.
Yeah, Benny just...
We don't have any stuffing or cranberry sauce though. Do we have any cranberry sauce?
I think we've got some jam.
Get the jam out. Joking, I don't really want jam on it.
Really?
No. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, is the burger good?
Yeah.
Is it a nice texture?
Yeah, it's good. We had found a spot by the river in Zumaia for the night and set off the next morning west along the coast through the mountains, north of Bilbao. We have arrived. Where have we arrived to, you may ask? Well, we've arrived to this ancient hermitage. And you may also ask, have you just come to the place with the most difficult name to say that you could find on the map? Not intentionally, but the name did draw me in, I have to admit. This place is called Gaztelugatxe.
The sign said it's a 30% incline, so it's steep.
Well, it's very windy here.
What a place!
Isn't this incredible? We're just at the bottom of the staircase. As you can see, we've got a way to go. Yeah, got a lot of stairs to climb, but luckily I've brought some fuel.
Pedro Mayo.
Pedro Mayo, 62% cacao. It's going to push us through. Steeped in mystery here, tales of wizards and dragons. Some of the stones sticking out of the sea look like dragons. I think it's surrounded by some kind of magical force field, but we are piercing through. So I may have been getting a little overexcited about magical tales, but it does have historical ties with the Knights Templar, as well as folk stories of pirates and witches. It's been a strategic lookout many times over the years, and the building itself has been rebuilt several times. You may also recognise it from a Dragony TV show from a few years back.
Absolutely mental out there. There's like this little hut, like a little shelter. It's even got a little fire in the corner. So we found a place just to rest out of the wind for a minute. I've got to say, I'm not looking forward to that walk back up to the car park. That was steep. It sounds like the roof's going to blow off.
I believe it's only open once a year, and when it is open, apparently you can ring the bell. So we weren't out of fuel then, but we noticed that it seems rather cheap, so we pulled over and filled up, and I worked out the exchange rate on it, and it was £1.13 a litre for diesel there, so we filled the tank. Wow.
Yeah, so that was €1.36. That's so cheap. That's the cheapest we've seen it.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So we're leaving the Basque now. It's been beautiful, incredible, mystical and very windy. Wow, what a place. So we're heading southwards now to somewhere lovely that we can park up and rest and recuperate once more. Gather our thoughts, share plans, offer advice and move forwards from there.
Good morning, folks. We are in the mountains of Spain. We spent the last couple of nights here. It was just a really nice spot just to do a bit of work, chill out for a bit. It rained quite a lot. It was very, very windy. So yeah, it was just a nice spot to stop. But we are off today. We are heading loads further west, about 5 or 6 hours, to sort of near the border of Portugal to some thermal baths.
That's right. We're gonna go have a good wash.
And I don't think we mentioned before, but it actually made it to 20 degrees the other day, which was insane. But now we're in the mountains, it is really, really cold again. I've got 2 fleeces on. Benny's fleeced up to his eyeballs as well, so yeah, we're gonna just try and grab some water from here before we go. There's actually a tap just over here somewhere. And yeah, then we're gonna hit the road.
I'm just gonna see if this hose adapter fits. It doesn't fit.
Fantastic. So that is the medium-sized one that we don't have, isn't it?
But we'll fill the bottles up anyway.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is just kind of like a designated camper parking spot. It's great. You do get a lot of these through France and Spain, and we're hoping Portugal as well. And they usually have a fountain, bins. This one's actually got electric car charging. I went for a little walk around the village yesterday. It's so beautiful. Really amazing buildings, and I found some cats. And yeah, it's just so cool to just be able to stop somewhere like this in the middle of nowhere.
A lot of pressure.
Back to this fantastic solution again. Okay, we're just stopping at this place. I'm gonna go grab some food from this shop because we haven't really got any food left. This is gonna be the second shop in about 13 days since we've been in Europe. So yeah, we've really run out of stuff. Looks like someone got hungry while I was in the shop.
I did. I've made some food for us.
Okay.
Some nice vegetable pasta.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So something I've noticed about shopping in Spain, I think especially, is that they put a lot of like additives and preservatives and E-numbers in their food. Like even the chickpeas that should just be like in salted water or just water have an E-number in them. And I didn't end up getting any olives because they all had MSG. I don't understand why olives need flavour enhancer. They taste so good anyway. So yeah, it's actually Christmas Day in a few days time. We're not sure what we're going to do for Christmas dinner. I think it's going to be like kind of a roast, but we might end up with like some sort of weird thing like burgers, or I got these don't know what you call them, like escalopes or something. Is that what you call them?
You got escalopes?
I don't really know. And some burgers. So I think it's going to be a bit of a weird Christmas dinner, but we're going to be probably on the beach in Portugal, so
As we drove, we passed through mountains and tunnels and clouds. At one point, visibility was so bad on the roads, we nearly had to pull over. We started going uphill and suddenly we were out of the clouds and back into the sunlight. Another 4 hours and we were at the thermal baths.
So we are here at the thermal baths at Prexiguero, I think that's how you say it. And it is 7:30 at night. It is pitch black outside and this place looks like it is rammed. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know if we're even going to be able to get in. And if we can't get in tonight, we're going to go, there's like a town 7 minutes away, stay the night there and then come back in the morning, but it looks like it's a popular place. I can actually hear the river. I think that's the thermal river, isn't it?
Okay.
Let's have some food and then let's go see.
So anyway, I wanted to continue the tale of the French cheese that we bought about, 5 or 6 days ago. It has started to dominate our lives in a way we never expected. And that is simply because every time we open this fridge, the whole van fills with the smell of it. So it has become sort of labour, not necessarily a labour of love.
It smells so bad.
Get through it because it's kind of horrific, but it's still deliciously horrific.
I had some earlier and it's developed somewhat. I'm not sure I can eat any more of that.
I was looking under that bench and I found a bag with some potatoes and an onion in it.
Oh,
and there was also like a rotten cauliflower in it that I think is about a month old.
Oh, that
But
smells...
it was massive, so I don't know how that's got missed, considering how tight on space we are. And so that went in the bin, and every time I opened the bin, it smelt horrific too. So it
was a similar kind of smell,
you've
actually.
asked for this chickpea sandwich, and to be honest, these chickpeas smell just as farty as everything else.
Welcome to van life, guys. Yeah, that cheese. No, the cheese is becoming otherworldly, I would say.
It is, yeah. It's very special, and it has its own unique flavour.
Special.
But it's we need to finish it. The thing is though, I'm afraid to eat too much of it because of the other consequences. You know.
I don't know how much we're actually going to be able to film because obviously it's Benny cracking some pepper into my sandwich. Because it's so busy, so we'll just have to see. Why does the van look like it's exploded?
Well, you pulled all your clothes out. That's why.
Because I couldn't find my swimming stuff, and now Benny can't find his.
I don't think I've got any.
You haven't got any?
I don't think so.
What? He has 2 pairs of swimming trunks and he can't find either of them. Well, this is a bit of a disaster. What?
We decided to head in anyway, as we'd driven 5 hours to get here, to see if they sold any swim trunks for me.
Rented some shorts.
That was bliss.
That was absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Oh my. It's more like an official setup in there, as opposed to the hot springs of Saturnia that we went to in Italy, which was kind of a free-for-all, just public going in.
That was free, yeah.
Yeah. And also it was like man-made pools that were of varying degrees of water.
I feel like we're
with
really
varying degrees of water temperature, and with like cold plunges as well.
Yeah, and there was a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Benny was able to hire some swimming pants for €2.
€2.
And we actually hired the towels as well, because when we went to Saturnia earlier in the year, our stuff just stank of sulphur for months. Well, actually, there's still some stuff that still smells of it. So yeah, it was just better.
Nothing smells like eggs.
No.
Nobody.
No, my
my
swimming stuff does.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I didn't hire that. Anyway, we're gonna go up the road about 7 minutes and find somewhere to sleep, and probably sleep really, really well. I think it's about 10 o'clock at night now. It's quite a strange thing to do.
Yeah, it's late. It's stay up until 11.
I think so, 11 or midnight.
And it's a Friday night. I was just thinking, there'll be loads of people out drinking and all that tonight, and I'm just like floating in a spa looking at the stars.
Yeah, that was the thing. We could see the stars. I think that it makes it even more special going at night. I feel like we're also like just can't talk properly because we're quite spaced out. Very, very relaxing. Highly recommend it here, guys. This was actually recommended to us by some friends, Jay and Holly, so thank you for recommending it to us. Now we're recommending it to you. Okay, let's go.
Tell you what, that's like the best bath you've ever had, and it never gets cold.
That's what you always want in a bath, isn't it?
Yeah, it just stays like really nice, and then when you get used to it, you go get really cold in the cold plunge, and your skin tingles, and then you get in the hot and it's like brand new hot all over again. I needed that so much!
Oh my goodness. So I forgot to say how much it cost. So it's €6.50 each, and then €2 for a towel and €2 for Benny's wondrous pants. Which obviously was just a bit of a lifesaver really, because we just drove about 5 hours to go there. And then Benny realised that he doesn't have either of his swim shorts with him. So yeah, it was like €19 basically, which was worth every penny. Amazing. And we just got pulled over by the police. We've got a 7-minute drive and we got pulled over by the police. They were actually the most jolly, lovely policemen. They were just checking for if we've taken drugs or alcohol. And I probably seem a bit, I actually just said to Benny, I feel a bit drunk. I just feel a bit like, ooh, from the thermal spring. But yeah, they ended up being pretty funny. I said he could come on the holiday with us, because they have to like ask.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to ask like why we're in Spain or whatever. And we said obviously holiday, we're away for a while. And he said, oh, you're lucky. I said, you can come with us if you want. And he said, oh, his boss says he doesn't deserve a holiday. I was a bit, poor guy, huh?
Yeah, they were brilliant.
Yeah, they were really sweet,
really happy guys.
Policemen. I think they were trying to be really serious, weren't they?
Yeah,
but then,
like,
yeah.
they were just too jolly.
Yeah.
They've
Anyway.
got the festive spirit, I think.
Yeah.
Let's talk about festive spirit. What is that?
Wow, that is a big bauble.
It says I'm turning down here. Actually,
Okay, let's just get
down here then.
This is getting narrow. But what was pretty funny as well was he was about to breathalyse me, and I was like, I don't have the steering wheel. I know that's happened to my mum and dad before I was born. They breathalyzed my mum, who was in the passenger seat, because obviously the steering wheel's on the other side. Anyway, Benny needs help. I don't know. Shall I go and walk up ahead? That looks so narrow.
Go have a look.
Okay. Okay, I'll have to admit I didn't go all the way. I can see campers. Yay! It's very narrow though. Oh my goodness. I feel like there was a better way in. Up that, from that road. It's like a main road. Oh well.
Solo auto caravans.
Wow, it's busy here. Crikey. This looks incredible.
Okay, we're here. It's very busy, but very quiet. Well, it seems good.
There's a lot of vans, isn't there?
Mm.
Kind of looks like some people maybe live here.
Yeah, just sort of went in the first place we found because didn't want to like start driving around everywhere revving at everybody. It's 10 o'clock at night. It's actually 20 past 10, so...
Join us next week when we arrive in Portugal and spend a few days in the city of Porto.
You are the river and you are the sky.
He's coming back, he's coming back. Getting attacked in Porto, Benny.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching.
If you enjoyed the video, it would be great if you could give it a thumbs up, share it, tell all your friends about it, subscribe, all that good stuff.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
The painting we are in, the picture we